So I've gone ahead to cut out my fabric for both the front and the back. So the length of the fabric is 18.5 inches while the width is 13 inches, and then I have my zipper allowance area there. So at the very top I am taking my starting line, and from that I'll be taking every other measurements. So first, I took my shoulder to shoulder measurement of 8 inches, and then I also went ahead to take my neckline measurement. So the width is 4.5 inches. Okay, so I made a point there like so. And then for the depth, I'll be going with 1.5 inch for the back, and then for the front, we'll be going with a depth of 3 inches. Okay, so I'm simply marking it out now, and using my free hand I'm drawing a curve to meet both points. So I did the same for the front neckline pattern as well. For this you could use your curve rule, but I decided to use my free hand. So the next measurement I took was my bust point, and then I went up by 2 inches to take my chest point there like so. And then I will also be marking for my waist, and it will be at 17 inches. So I'm simply rolling a straight line across all the points I just made now like so. And on these lines is where I'm going to be taking my measurements. Okay, so I also took my 1 inch shoulder slope, and I'm using my straight rule to connect it now. So from the shoulder slope there, I connected it to the chest line with my straight ruler. And then on my chest line, I took my bust circumference of 10 inches. So my bust is 40 inches divided by 4, give me 10. And then I also added extra 1.5 allowance to it. So for this dress, we're going to be drafting a continuous sleeve pattern. Okay, and to do this I'll go ahead to extend that shoulder slope there by 4 inches. You could make do with 4.5 or even 3 depending on what you want. So I'll mark my point there of 4 inches or 4.5, and then using my ruler now I'm simply connecting or extending it like so. So the next thing I'm going to do now is using the curved side to connect it to the measurement I took on the chest line. So basically that is all that we need to do for our continuous sleeve pattern. So I'm simply trying to ensure that it's showing, the marking is showing. Okay, so the next measurement I took was my waist measurement of 8 inches. I also added 1.5 inch seam allowance to it. So I went ahead to connect the point on the chest line to that of the waist using my curve rule like so. So we are done drafting the basic pattern for the bodies of our pencil gown. So I went ahead now to cut out my pattern. So ensure to cut the back neckline pattern first, okay? And then separating the back fabric, I'm going to go ahead now to cut the neck pattern for the front like so. So this is what we have after I was done cutting. So go ahead now to draft the pattern for the skirt portion of this pencil gown. And to do this, I have my back fabric alongside the front fabric. So I used my pins to hold it in place, and then you can see me indicating the zipper area there. Okay, so at the very top, I took my waist measurement of 8 inches. I marked it, and I also added extra 1.5 inch allowance on the side. So from the waist point there, I went down by 10 inches, which is my hip area. So I took my hip circumference of 10 inches. I marked it, and I also added extra allowance to it. So I added extra 1.5 inch. So at the hem area there, I took the measurements which I took on the hip. I also added extra 1 inch to it, so it was wider than the measurement on the hip. So using my curve rule now, I'm connecting the point from the waist to the hip, and then from the hip to the hem portion or the border area at the bottom. So after I was done connecting the sides, I went up by 2 inches from the hem portion there, and using my curve rule now, you can see how I'm blending it back into the hem area there. And after I was done, I went ahead to cut it out. So for the front pattern, the front portion of our skirt, on the waist portion, I took a 1 inch measurement downwards or depth, and I also used my straight rule now to take that measurement back to the side, and this is me cutting it out. So you can see the difference between the back and the front portion. So next, I went ahead to take my dart area, okay, like so. So I did it for both the front and the back fabric for our skirt. I will also be doing the same for the fabric that we have cut out for the bodice or the top portion. So after this, we're going to start stitching on our fabric. So I've gone ahead to sew the dart portion for the top, and this is the front pattern on the table. I'm simply placing the back fabric on top of the front fabric like so, and I'll go ahead to stitch on the shoulders as you see me indicate with my finger. So I did that for both the main fabric and also for the lining piece. So after stitching, this is what it is looking like. So I'm placing the lining piece on the main fabric now, and I'm trying to make sure it's properly aligned, and then I'm going to be stitching around the portion which you see me indicate with my fingers like so. So this is what it is looking like. I also flipped it over to the right side and I ironed it flat. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing now is stitching on both sides. So ensure to always take your measurements again before running your stitches on the side. So I'm simply trying to see the width on the side to know the portion that I'll be leaving out for my seam allowance. So I'm done stitching on both sides now, and we'll be setting that aside to work on the skirt portion. And for this, I went ahead to remove my pins first. So the next thing I will be doing is opening up my fabric to stitch my dart portion like so. So the next thing we're going to be doing now after stitching the dart is me placing the back fabric on top of the front fabric like so, and I'm going to be stitching on both sides as you see me indicate with my fingers. So this is what our skirt is looking like. After I was done stitching, I also stitched the lining piece. So I'll be placing the lining piece now on top of the main fabric, the right side facing each other, and I'll go ahead to run my stitches around the portion I am indicating with my fingers. So after stitching, I flipped it over to the right side and also ironed it out, and this is what it is looking like. So the next thing we'll be doing now is closing the skirt portion partially at the back. So we're going to be leaving out some inches at the top area there for our zipper. So I've stitched now and you can see what it is looking like. I also made a notch at the middle area there like so, and you can see me placing the top portion on the skirt fabric okay, and I'm going to be stitching from the middle portion there. So first I'm holding it in place using my pins, and I'll be stitching it from that mid area there all the way to the side, and I'll be doing the same on the other side as well. So I'm done stitching now, and this is what it is looking like. I also went ahead to attach my zipper at the back, and with this we have come to the end of today's tutorial video. Thank you so much for stopping. If you haven't subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.